Angie from Canterbury Trails Farm. I've been harvesting elderberries all week, and I've been experimenting with dehydrating them in the back of my caravan. We are on the third day of a 10-day streak of predicted temperatures of 100 or more this week, and so I thought this would be a good week to experiment with dehydrating something in the back of my car. So I'm going to let you look at this one. I picked 4 a couple days ago. This one is almost ready. When most of the cluster is completely dark, you want to pick it. This one, probably a couple more days, and I'll pick both of these. This one, obviously, this one is not. You see it's more green than purple. This one is almost. Tomorrow I'll probably pick a couple of these and add them to, we'll put them on a different tray. And we'll keep checking on the dehydration experiment in the back of the car and see how many days it takes to dry them out. Okay, this is day 2 of dehydrating the elderberries in the back of my caravan. So I'm just see how they're doing here. Some of them are starting to shrivel up. When I opened this up, it was like a blast of heat in here. So it's probably about 120 degrees in this car, I would think. If it's 100 outside, so it might even be hotter than that. Anyway, so I'm going to let them set some more, a couple more days. We'll check on them again. More elderberries. So I'm picking these elderberries off of the little branches. I haven't gone out to the car to check the experimental drying yet. I also haven't decided if I'm going to put these out with the experimental drying yet. But it might seem like a lot of work for such a tiny berry, but since I only have one tree that's producing right now, these are all reserved for medicinal purposes. We use this a lot in the winter for cold and flu teas, for cold and flu syrup. And I'm sure I'll do I'll be doing a video on elderberry syrup and teas sometime probably in the winter. I've been doing my videos on things that I gotta do anyway. So as things come up, I've been doing videos. Anyway, so here's the ones I brought in for today. I still have more outside. I'll have a lot more probably next year or the next year after that when the ones at the farm start producing. And right now it's so hot, I was out there looking for shoots coming up from the big tree to take out to the farm and transplant, but it's so hot right now they're really not throwing out any new ones. But as soon as they do, I'll be digging them up. Probably also going to take some yarrow up to the farm and transplant it soon. But there's that. I'm going to go check on the ones in the car. Car. Let's see. Oh yeah, they're really good today. It was 105 out today, so this is day 3 or 4. Can't remember. Should have written it down. These are really good. Okay, so a couple more days probably. Okay, this is day 5 of dehydrating the elderberries in the car. And you can see that they are, most of them are pretty, totally dehydrated. They're like rock hard. Opposed to 5 days dehydrating, just air dehydrating in a sieve here. So let me see if I can put. So there is a noticeable difference in the two. One, these have been air dried, and these have been dehydrated out in the car. Now, granted, yesterday we broke a record since 1925, a weather record, and it was 108 degrees here. So I don't know what it was in the car, but I'm sure it was hot. Hotter, I mean, it was hotter than 108, so I'm not sure what it was, but I know that when I opened it up, it was like a blast furnace. But these are hard as rocks, and the other ones are still, they're getting wrinkled, but they're still plump. So there's a significant difference between drying it in the car, in the sun, on this foil-lined sheet, which my car is parked out front of the house, so it gets sun a lot, during the day, and then that car doesn't get used often, just on the weekend by the whole family, because it's the caravan. So these sit in there undisturbed basically for the whole week. So it's like an oven, except for me opening to take a picture and check on it. These other ones have just been sitting here, just exposed to the air. I shake them up every day. So I think my experiment proves that dehydrating it in the hot car is faster and better than just simple air dehydration. So I think I'm going to do this method, especially with these other ones here. I just think I'm going to do it. I mean, it seems to be a thing I can, get a faster dehydration rate. That is great, because then I can move on to other things, and I can, put those away in the jar and have them ready for medicinal purposes in the winter. I use them in all the syrups and everything, and I'm sure we'll be doing that. As I run out, I'll be doing a show on that. So that's what I have now. So it was 5 days. 5 days in the car, 5 days in the air. So there's definitely a difference, and that's just good to know. So there you go. There's my little experiment. I hope that I encourage you to try it out and see what kind of results you get. Obviously, your weather and your heat will be a factor in how your results turn out. So this has been Angie from Canterbury Trails Farm. Thanks for joining in our little experiment. Bye.